good to see you. Good to talk to you. And congratulations on your new album, Pamoja.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I can't wait for it to be released.
Yes. Now teach me the right way to pronounce the title.
You said it right. It's Pamoja.
Pamoja.
Pamoja. Pamoja.
Yes, I've been jamming to it all morning. It's a beautiful.
I'm glad you like it.
Yes, I love the African vibe and the soca vibe. It's so many different artists on there. Yes, congratulations. So we're going to get into that. So tell us what, first of all, I need to let you know that we're recording this interview for Island Stage. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. So tell us what it was like producing an album during a pandemic.
It wasn't that hard. I basically am not traveling, not touring as much. Had a lot of time on my hands. I used most of the time to, kind of put things in perspective, put things in order. I basically reviewed my whole life in music, and kind of went even in a stronger direction when it comes to recording, writing, and being more free to express myself how I want to, without considering, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this or maybe I shouldn't do that. I kind of just did exactly as my heart led me to.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's a beautiful project. And for those who don't know, what is the meaning of the title, Pamoja?
It means together.
Together.
Together, simply together. I feel like it's time now for us to come together as a people, because with unity in unity is much strength.
In unity.
Yeah.
And tell me how the album came to have so many African influences.
One, because of my every time that I go to an African country, what am I saying? Every time I go to Africa, or any part in Africa, it feels like home. There's just so much that we have in common from Jamaica and Africa. Sometimes when we talk patois, even the arrangement of the words, how we put the words together. When you listen to some of the Africans, when you listen to some of them speak from their respective territories, you feel like, yo, isn't that kind of like what we would say or how we would say it? Or why did he just say something like, words that I'm familiar with? And that's when I realized, like, we may have been separated, even through generations, but a lot of the culture, a lot of who we are still remains the same. And so I decided to fuse the music, like Kingston, Jamaica meets, or just all of Jamaica meets Africa.
That's great. And one of the opening tracks is a Miriam Makeba song, Malaika.
Malaika is the song that ends the album, and the opening track is Legacy. Talking about a woman who believes that she wants to share more than her body with her other half. She wants to share her soul. She wants to have children. She wants to build a legacy with her man, with her other half. And Malaika, my angel, I love you. Yes, was done by Miriam Makeba, and it took me so long because years ago, even a little bit after I created the Strong One album, an old Chinese lady told me to do a song by Miriam Makeba. She said, "You remind me so much of Miriam Makeba. You should do." And I could never imagine how I would sing a song that is in Swahili. It took me a while, but finally, after doing this album, I said, I think it's only fitting that I try my best to do a song in Swahili. And I think the best song would be Malaika.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, you pronounced it. It was so touching, and you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
challenge of doing another language. One of my favorite tracks on this album is Melanin. I love that song. It is so
wicked. You like Melanin?
I like your syncopation, the way you say the word melanin at the end.
That's so cool. I thought that, a lot of people probably, even though the beat is there and it makes you move and it makes you happy, I think a lot of people may not, because they're not used to me on tracks like that. So I figured it might not be one of the most popular ones, but hey, you never know. The songs you think will be popular aren't the songs, so hey.
Yeah, and tell us how the beat, the words, the lyrics, and the beat for that one came about.
I was having a conversation with my background vocalist, Cambrell, and I said, I want a song that reminds people of how powerful we are and reminds us of how beautiful our skin is, and I said, I want to empower people with brown skin all over the world, from young to the very young at heart. And, he came back and he said, yo, I got a song. I need you to, listen to this thing. And of course, we gave him the track already. And a few lines were in there that weren't so, and I just flipped it and just switched it up and went into the booth and recorded it.
Wow. And it's definitely one of my favorites. And what about another song on the album with the potent message, Not for Sale?
Ooh, I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs on this album. All of them are my babies, but this one is one of my favorites because the hands, when the hands come in, bump, 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 and then the bass line is going, the bass line is so strong. So the instrumental of this track is just so wicked to me already. And then Not for Sale. A lot of people may see a woman and she come out with her makeup and her style and all kind of things. And they say, oh, she this or she that. Or even with me, when I wear my makeup and when I flip my hairstyles and stuff, them go, oh, she sell out. She this, she that. And I'm like, so because somebody makes a change or in any direction, that completely means that the person sell out. I mean, how shallow, like it doesn't mean that the person is for sale. We're a woman. We're allowed to flip it up and switch it up, but we know who we are. At least we should know.
Right. I love that message for all women.
Yeah.
Speaking of the song Legacy, tell me about some of the women that influenced you and your music.
Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, so all the women who helped raise me, along with my mom, my aunt, my grandmother, musically, I'd say Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Marcia Griffiths, Lady G, Lady Saw, Tanya Stevens. Lord, all the gems in reggae, all the gems in music.
All the gems in music. Okay, and another surprisingly song that I played this song 5 times in a row on this album, Clap. What is this Etana over here trying to get sexy? I said, wow, that is.
Well, you know what? When it comes to, all right, when a woman is deep in roots and culture, right? Mm-hmm. When a woman is more on the natural side, I don't know. At least for me, a lot of people believe that once you're on the roots and culture and natural side, that as a woman, you don't know how to be sexy. Once you're a Rasta, you don't know how to be sexy. You don't know how to put it down. You don't know how to please a man. And that's not true. Actually, it may be quite the opposite, And so, and the other message in that too is that as women, right, we ought to be and should be, because it's, everything, we are everything that is sensual and beautiful and sexy. And as women, we need to be that. When we are in the position to be that, we need to be that. That's all I'm saying. We need to be just that.
That is going to be the club hit of 2021.
Thank you.
And so speaking of women, male and female relationships, you collaborate with some powerful male artists on this album: Vibes Cartel, Fiji, Damian
Hmm.
Marley, and the African artist Stoneboy. So
Yeah.
what was it like collaborating with these artists? Let's start with Damian Junior Gong Marley.
Well, my team contacted him and told him that, I wanted to do a song with him and sent him the track. We didn't hear back from him for like a week or two. And then after emailing him again, then we got the track back and he said, "This is what I have so far." And I listened to it and I was like, "So far? Like, what else do you need to add to this? This is wicked, you know?" But then anyway, a couple of days passed and he resent the track and it was just perfect. And that was it. It was easy. Just, I think it's just a mutual respect for each other. Um, and I think it goes across the board for everybody, even with Fiji. Fiji is just one of the coolest person. I've, met him a couple of times in New Zealand, and he's awesome. He's just the coolest person ever, you know? Um, who else? Vibes Cartel. I've always wanted to work with him because I know that he's talented. Um, but circumstances, me traveling, doing what I'm doing, and then him being in the situation that he's in currently. Um, but I thought nothing is impossible, And we sent the track to his team, and a few weeks later, they sent the track back completed. And Vibes Cartel, when people say, "Oh, Etana and Vibes Cartel, how is this gonna work out? Oh, this is gonna go. Oh, this is gonna work," because they're expecting for some raunchy or some other kind of message. And after listening to the track, they realize, "Oh my God, he actually flipped it. He flipped it to make it work." And I'm grateful for that 150% because it's such a wicked song.
It is. It is a wicked song, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the artist Stoneboy from Africa.
Stoneboy, same thing. Just I met him in I'm not sure, one European country. And right after the stage, right after performing, he came to my room and I said, after seeing how cool he was and how, basically down to earth, just very cool. I said, I need to go and record a song with him. I really like his spirit, I think he's cool. And since we were doing the album called Pamoja, I think it was only fitting that we did songs with other artists too from all over Africa and Jamaica. Um, and so when Stoneboy got the track, he took about a week and he sent it back. He was like, "Yo, sister, this wicked." And I was like, "Okay." But by the time I listened to it, he was, he's spot on. Like the song is just wicked, 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 wicked. But
Big vibe, yes, that's a great vibe of the album. And I noticed that I follow you on IG, and I've been going through some of your posts, and I see that you've been interacting with some fans. This morning I
yeah,
saw a clip of you with a gentleman named Conrad. He was so funny, and I'm like, wait a minute, does he know who she is? and, and then, and this,
I found it funny too. Trust me.
and and I'm thinking, this lady is so nice. Here's a man. He probably was just scrolling and he saw, oh, she's live. Let me log on her.
Yeah, basically.
But I bet you now he's going to go and buy all of your albums now.
Well, I think, as I told someone even in that live earlier, um, he says, "Oh, I don't want you to feel no way because I don't know your music like that." And I said, the world is so huge, right? So many people in the world. I'm not expecting that everybody's going to know my music on day one or day two, or even year one or year two, or three or four, and each time, each generation, there's a new set of people all together. And so I'm grateful for everyone who asked the question, "What's your name?" Or "Who are you?" So I was grateful for him to pop in and say hi.
Right, connecting with people. And speaking of,
Yeah.
I predict that this album is going to get a Grammy nomination. It is so good. It is so well produced. You've been nominated before. What is your opinion of the future Grammy Awards? Do you think that this?
Well, I did. I registered to become a governor on the board
Oh,
in the Florida. I did,
congratulations.
and I think there's always see over after a while. When I first got nominated, I was shocked because I'm thinking, first of all, I haven't been in music for over 10 years. I'm not one of the older artists, and I'm female, so I felt like I always had two strikes against me, maybe even three. Um, and when I got nominated, I realized that they were making changes, you know? And I think that change is good. And change, as long as we are living and we are people, I think change is inevitable, right? And it's continuous. And so I look forward to all the changes that come. And there's always a future in the Grammys and acknowledging the work of people from all over the world, you know? And I don't think that's ever going to end. As long as there is music, there will be a need to acknowledge the works of people, great people, and creative people. And so the Grammy will always be.
And you are known for your advocacy for women. At the Sierra Nevada World Music Festival in the press tent, you were talking about how you were in a situation and then you fought for it because it was a situation you weren't comfortable in, and so you did something about it, right? So can you
Right.
talk about some of the advocacy that you do for women, especially female artists who, like you said, could be very vulnerable in this industry?
Well, I've said a lot over the time that I've been in music, and I've shared a lot of my experiences with people, and I'm not afraid to. I'm not afraid to talk about my uh, my mistakes, my failures, my achievements, my struggles. I talk about it all. I share everything. But I know one thing for sure: people are always going to do what they want to do, um, and they're always going to follow their own path. And I think that's fair. Um, but I hope that in everything that I shared over time, that there will be something that they can take that will make them better or make them make better moves in music. You know, I'm always um, I'm always excited when females in music make big moves. I'm excited about it because it means that um, we'll continue to make bigger and bigger and bigger moves. It means that we'll continue to grow and become stronger. And I love that, I saw Jada Kingdom the other day talking about her manager and or her management group, even though she didn't mention a name, she didn't say who they were. So I can't understand why they're suing her because at the end of the day, nobody knows who they are. They know who Jada is,
Mm.
and an artist can always fire a manager that they're not comfortable with. And whether he's recouped or not recouped, statements are required for you to be able to recoup because the artist needs to know how far along the recoupment is. you know Certain things are required. So I think the lawsuit on her side is just basically because somebody's ego was hurt because she didn't say a name. um you know, we still don't know who she's talking about or what the company's name is. So I don't think there's a case. And I called her and I was like, listen, square your shoulders, go to court, and keep shining, keep making music, and keep being you, and don't be afraid. And just had a light conversation. I really, really, really want to see women, and especially women in reggae music, and all over the world. There's different fights for women. I saw where there was a case uh, being discussed in the UK about women women being caught up in the monopoly of the musical numbers, you know, and they were saying that the women were actually being held back, on purpose, and the male artists were being pushed.
Wow.
And so women all over the world, we have our own struggles in music, but I'm sure we'll overcome step by step. There was a time and a day when when women were not allowed to vote. We're not allowed to speak in the house. We're not allowed to do a lot of things. But
Yeah.
here we are today, shining across the world. So,
Right.
hey,
You're such a shining example of that.
thank
And
you.
and you're a touring artist, and I've seen you in Sierra Nevada, San Francisco, all sorts of reggae festivals. So I want to know, when the pandemic ends, where is the first place that you want to go? What is the first thing that you want to do?
Well, I'm already doing a show in North Carolina, South Carolina, and in Atlanta between May and July, right? And so it's already started. As soon as the states open up one by one, I'll be jumping in each state, little by little, one by one. Um, and then I'm sure there are going to be many different requirements to go outside of America, maybe even some states too, But as it progresses and as we move forward, I hope to be be in as many places as possible, because I had to cancel almost 30 shows in 2019, and in
Wow.
20 I did nothing, not
Wow.
one show. Up to this moment, not one show, like 1 year and a half almost, So um, I'm looking forward to everything good to come.
And thank you for your presence on Instagram. I feel like when I'm listening to your lives, I feel like I'm actually in an Etana event. So thank you
Thank
for
you.
that. And before we go, can you do us one favor? Can you do a little ID for Island Stage Magazine and maybe sing with the little track from the album, Island Stage?
Island Stage, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Island Stage Magazine, right?
It's bad.
If I were your baby, oh, I would give you so much more, baby. I would give you everything, darling. You won't ever need nothing. I'd give you all my love. I'm Etana, and you're locked into Island Stage Magazine. Keep it locked.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Madam Etana, for gracing us with your presence at Island Stage Magazine on this Sunday morning. I'm Shelah Moody, and thank you for taking the time to talk to me. And I can't wait to see you live again.
I can't wait either, trust me.
I'm in San Francisco now. You come back to California real soon.
I know, I can't wait. The first thing I'm going to do when I get to California is I'm going to get fruits.
Oh.
Because it tastes different. I got to get some fruit, and I got to get some veggies, and I'm going to get some smoothies. I'm just going to enjoy the California goodness. I can't wait.
Yes, come to my neighborhood. There's a juice place called Sidewalk Juices, fresh and natural, celery ginger. And this is the Spanish neighborhood in the Mission, so there's fruit stands all around.
Oh my gosh.
So many murals, you could do a video here. Carlos Santana grew up here, a few people.
So, when I'm coming over to California, I have to call you. I have to find a way to reach you.
Oh, yes.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, forward to you. All right. Thank you, the fabulous Etana. Have a great one. Have a great day.
Thanks for having me.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.